Alright, hello friends. So, it has come to my attention that we haven't done our oceanside talks in quite a while. So, let's correct this situation because I'm in a good mood. The sun is shining right at me. The Atlantic Ocean is deep blue and magnificent. The waves are crashing onto the rocky shore. I feel good, I feel relaxed, I feel that tranquility, which is a perfect time to talk about rage. I know you feel it, you see what's happening all around you. I know I feel it, that's for damn sure. And I know that many of you are looking for a way to deal with it constructively. Because I believe the objective of this socio-political information wave of rage that attacks us from the mainstream media, from the TV, from the phones, from the computers, from all the electronic devices, and when we shut them off, well, suddenly the people around us wish to bring us up to date on what we have missed. And so it's a non-stop continuous wave after wave of rage. Thus, like a engine on a bike, you're just being revved up, but nobody's releasing the clutch. You are not allowed to go. You're not allowed to go attack that problem, resolve the situation. Because I believe many of you who watch my videos have this theory that all of you, or majority of you, are take charge, constructive people. And what could be more frustrating when you can't take charge, when you can't resolve or fix a problem that you see before your eyes? That is a problem that the talking heads and the people who run the box, the digital box, all the damn digital screens and boxes, they get it. Because you're looking at that screen, you can't go into the screen. You can't go and resolve the situation that you're seeing on the screen most of the time. So it frustrates you, it infuriates you, but you can't do anything. Thus, what happens? You burn out. Your nervous system burns out. Your brain burns out. And you become weak, docile, mindless. Apathy and depression sets in, although I have to admit I am not susceptible to depressions and apathy. I'm extremely enthusiastic, but I don't like my emotions being manipulated, and that's what happens through all the digital screens that we are looking at. But you need to, at the same time, get the information. You need to know what's going on in the world. You can't stick your head into the sand or become this guru and go into the mountains and disappear there, because then you're useless. I think that's even worse. You surrender, you give up, you detach from this world, and you wish to escape. Essentially, that's fleeing from a fight. So it looks like we're stuck between a rock and a hard place. What do you do in this situation? There is one thing that I used to do and do not, or at least do my best not to do anymore, but I believe many of you do. And that is to get all that rage and all that emotional frustration out of your system, out of your brain. A long time ago, and some of you to this very day, would go into the social media, onto Twitter, onto Facebook, and there you let them have it. You say everything that they should know, or you want them to know. You express all your thoughts. You'd get that perfect line that would develop in your brain, that perfect comeback or that perfect criticism. You'd pick every single sentence. You know what I mean. You choose every single word and then you hit it. You write it up. You put the button post and you're suddenly satisfied. That little dopamine hits your brain. You did something regarding that situation that has revved up your brain. And while occasionally that is healthy, occasionally that is useful, We should resist for everything that is good and reasonable and right and righteous. Of course, you should express your opinions. But if you find yourself on daily basis logging in, on hourly basis, on minute by minute basis checking, logging in, getting into various Twitter fights, conversation fights and so forth with various users, well then you got a problem, because you have fallen for a trap, a digital sand trap. That's what, as soon as I saw it, I knew, like, that was by design. That's a digital sand trap to trap your brain, to get your attention, to kill your time, to kill your lifetime, because you're spending your minutes, hours, days in those systems, just wasting your time on somewhat pointless activity. And that is the objective. Now, I'm not disputing. There are some people, they are information warriors who make money, who get followers, who get the word out, who are useful. And that's their thing, that's their job, they're good at it, and they have success and self-realization in that field. Sure, there are plenty of them. I watch them, I see them, I wish them all the best. They are doing actually the right thing. They are part of the counter wave of the resistance. And that is wonderful. And occasionally, like I said, you can join that resistance. But there is a better way to resist. At least that's what I found for me personally, and that I wish to share with all of you. There's a better way to fight back. And that is, whenever somebody revs up your engine, whenever you feel like you wish to do something and that desire starts tilting you towards the social media, you take full control of your emotions, practice discipline, and instead of doing something in the digital world, do something constructive in the real world. And you do it not as part of some sort of a self-development or self-help movement or procedure. No, you do it as a direct punch back to whatever they did against you. So let's run through some examples. Suppose you're watching the TV and you see that your military is being decimated. It's being insulted, it's being put into weak loser positions. The politicians are openly betraying your troops. And you see that, and that's infuriating to you. What do? Obviously, you can't resolve that particular situation, but you can do something else. You say, okay, that's what you're pushing. If that's what you're doing, and you're sharing this information with me, you want me to give up. You want me to join this side of self-hatred and loss and weakness. You know what? I'm right now going to do something against you to benefit me. And I'm going to join a local firearms club. I'm going to get my firearms license if you don't have it. I'm going to sign up for some civil defense courses. I'm going to join a local militia group. I'm going to go join whatever, National Guard, or maybe, hell, maybe you even want to join the military. But you take that specific action as a direct response to what they are pushing on to you, that degenerate information. You look at it and say, no, I'm going to resist. I'm going to do something in the real world. Suppose you're watching your genius political leader shut down your economy, shut down your businesses, shut down everything that's allowing you to make money and make a living. And maybe right in that immediate moment, you feel helpless. You can't do something to resolve the situation. But there is something that you can do. You can purchase, let's say, a book about how to become an entrepreneur, or how to make more money, how to properly manage your finances. You can read these type of books, implement what's being recommended to you, and do your best to become more financially secure and more successful, and essentially learn more about money. But you do it as a direct response. Actually, no, you should do that on a regular basis anyway. But let's say you haven't been doing that. You haven't been able to find that discipline to read that book about finances. It's somewhat boring maybe to you. Maybe your opponents will finally stimulate you. They will enrage you so much that you suddenly will find that maybe somewhat negative, but an energy nevertheless to do what needs to be done. To read those books, to take action, maybe to open another business, optimize your current business, start a business, learn to be frugal, learn to save, learn to invest, and so forth. Think about it. Or maybe you're watching how some talking head is telling you how you and those people around you should be weak, should be tolerant, should be submissive, should just constantly be bowing your head. And that enrages me. When I see that, suddenly I go to the punching bag, and there you go. What you can do right in that very moment, drop down, give me 20. Get some 20 push-ups in, or 50, or 100. You can go work for an hour on the punching bag. Or you can go and join your local jiu-jitsu, kickboxing, regular boxing, Muay Thai, Krav Maga, whatever battle club, that's a good way to describe it, whatever battle club there is out there, go join that as a direct response to them trying to make you weak. And there is essentially a million things that you can do as a direct response. And you know what? Two things will happen. One, you will start watching a lot less TV. In fact, you will try to turn it off. Because if you develop this rule and you start applying it to yourself, it will start eating up your time with all of these awesome constructive activities that will make you richer, stronger, healthier, more dangerous. Just don't break the law. Remain a law-abiding citizen, I have to say that. But obviously you will start finding yourself in a situation like I am right now. Like I can't watch it because as soon as I hear something, I will follow up through on my rule, and either I will be doing a lot of push-ups, and I have to be in a meeting or something, or I'll have to join some other club and so forth, or I'll have to do something constructive. And I'm already doing so many constructive things that it's just becoming ridiculous. In fact, I made a video, what must I sacrifice? And then in that video I talk about all the constructive things that I do, and literally I can't fit everything into the daily schedule. It's becoming ridiculous. So this is where you will start finding yourself. But you see what I'm getting at. You are essentially becoming a counter puncher. You are, or better yet, in a jiu-jitsu way, you're absorbing your opponent's attack and you're redirecting it against them. What a beautiful concept. You will become, how did Nietzsche put it? The magnificent beasts of prey. And this is how we win. The more they attack us with fire and cold, the more like steel we become, harder, stronger, and invincible to whatever they can throw at us. Eventually, so many glorious beasts of prey will appear that our numbers will grow, and we will start doing great things in this magnificent, beautiful world. Go get after it. I wish you luck. Kick some ass.